Welcome to Parev TV. We are greatly honored to be joined by Dr. Mary Hrachoohi Boghosian from Armenia. It's really an honor for us, Dr. Boghosian. As we all know in the community, there's a buzz in the community. We are waiting for your arrival to New Jersey, where you will be honored by the Armenian Engineers and Scientists of America, the Northeastern branch, at their 11th annual banquet. This is a great honor for you and for us, and this really is a beautiful work that the engineers and scientists are doing in standing up and in promoting Armenian interests in Armenian technology. Let me get to the point. Very recently, we all follow the political developments in Armenia. We all know we are looking for peace in Armenia. We also follow the economy of the Armenian people and the refugees in Karabakh. And more so today is the development of Armenian technology. And very recently, the headlines read, and I'm reading, headlines remind us that present-day Armenia is advancing in terms of technological development. Now, you are in a very special position. You have a 360-degree of what's happening in the world of technology. What are the powers, what are the forces that are promoting this new page in Armenian technological development?
Well, thank you very much for hosting me, first of all. I appreciate what you mentioned and what you said. Let me say this. In my opinion, the major force is the youth that gradually became aware of what the government and what the environment is look like, and what is it that they are trying to achieve. So they are really getting in their hands into developing technologies, new technologies, whether that is in the field of aerospace engineering or in the field of software engineering. So youth, number one. Number two, I'm glad that finally the government had become aware that without innovation, without technology, the country is not going to go forward. So the people who make the country, they are the ones who run the country.
You know, when you say the government is finally aware without technological developments, you cannot move ahead. Recently, we just ended, I think yesterday, the World Congress on Innovation and Technologies ended, and there was a lot of hype there. There was a lot of pride there. And even today, the headlines from Elon Musk says we are going to bring Starlinks to Armenia, and we are working on space exploration and development, open and transparent AI. We're moving kind of a bit too fast. What is your take of the World Congress?
In fact, it was a great thing that it happened twice. This is the second time. It happened a few years ago, 2 years ago, and this is the second time the World Congress coming to Armenia. This time was dedicated to artificial intelligence applications and the people and areas and avenues where we can develop it further and take the sort of put the Armenian touch on it. So I'm very happy that World Congress was here, and I'm very happy that Elon Musk did this announcement, and I was surprised too, I should say. I was really very surprised, but I had heard before the announcement that yes, Starlink is coming to Armenia, and we're looking forward to it.
You know, for the average Armenian, when you speak about AI, you speak about satellites, two Armenian satellites up there. This is all very fast moving, and we cannot really follow every detail. How can the diaspora, how are the Armenians in the diaspora, the engineers, and the engineers' idea with the doctors and lawyers? These are new organizations mushrooming in America or in the diaspora. How can they help? What kind of a support have you been getting from them?
What the diaspora can do is to help us do knowledge transfer. That's the biggest thing we need. We need knowledge transfer. The youth in Armenia are very, very intelligent, very intelligent. And I really mean it, intelligent. They, in fact, they after their class work, they come to us and trying to learn new stuff, new fields, and they have no fear whatsoever. What we are looking for, I am looking for also, and I'm sure there are people like me and companies like mine. We're looking for knowledge transfer. We're looking for experts to have the courage to come to Armenia and do their activities or work with our teams and work with us. And the second thing which I'm looking for, at least I am looking for, is collaboration. We know people like myself who immigrated from US and from diaspora to Armenia, we understand very well that we need to open up to the world market. The market in Armenia, it's quite limited because the country is small and the population is quite little. So we need experts from all walks of life to come here to not just teach but work with us, work equally with us. That's the best I can say.
You know,
And on top of this, the intellectual property laws and regulations, and if I talk about the aerospace arena, in fact, it'd be really very good if, for example, let me give one example which I'm struggling with. I've been looking for a person who can come and teach us about space policy. For the last 2 to 3 years, I haven't found anybody who can do that. So if there is anyone who is an expert or even working in that field, please come over. We can do classes over Zoom. We can do classes here online, offline in Armenia. He or she can work with us with no difficulty. English language is not a barrier anymore. Every single person understands English and can read and write English. So we appreciate the exchange and collaboration.
You know, you speak about finding educators in space policy. You yourself have done your share in developing quite a few courses, very fascinating. I cannot list all these courses at university levels. So you have injected your share of developing courses related to space policy and technology and management. And you are really being recognized as an educator because you have been also teaching along the research and projects you have led. You also have managerial skills. You have professional affiliations. And there's so much about you that people admire. And I think I should echo what people are talking about you so you'll understand there's a lot of appreciation. My question to you, there's one question about a course you developed, and that is graduate courses in creativity in PR and in innovation in journalism. What is that course all about?
Well, PR in itself is top to bottom, is creativity.
Bravo.
If a person does not, or if a journalist doesn't understand that, that means the person is not a journalist. So and the PR is the public relations is the communicator of the journalism. So developing a course in PR based on creative thinking was quite challenging for me too, because I come from a technical background and I couldn't. Well, what I did is in the past I had edited my father's book, my husband's book, but when I was given that challenge, I thought this is the opportunity that I would like to present the thinking of how the journalist should think and how a communicator, which is the public relations person, has to communicate in order to be able to convey a clear message to the customer or to the listener, whomever they are, whoever that person is. So I guess the principles of creativity applies to everywhere, whether that is in PR or that is in technology or in art and music. So putting them all together and having a background with, or a course that I took in my MBA, which was called Creativity, Innovation, Entrepreneurship, helped me to put this course together, and it went very successfully and it's still going on.
You know, they're very interestingly, today you mentioned quite a few things that are really, really interesting for me and many of the listeners. And you said, when you spoke about the government involvement, you said, finally, the government is waking up. You also stressed the talent that is there, the youth, the energy and the experience and education of the youth of Armenia. And we've been hearing about these things over the decades. You also mentioned that we need markets, but one of the reasons you said we don't get these markets because Armenia is small. Is it because Armenia is small or because of the political climate? The fact that we don't have peace with the neighbors that keeps many people out of the arena?
No, I think, well, in my opinion, again, this is my personal opinion. I think it's not the political opinion, climate as much as the willingness of people to expand. The willingness to expand. I mean, let's put it this way: if you want something, you should reach to it. No one is going to bring whatever you wish on a silver plate and provide it to you. So that's, at least this is my personal opinion again. However, if you ask the government, I'm sure the government would say it's the political climate and it's the neighborhood. Well, one can give 10 million excuses for not having an open sort of a collaboration and market. But recently, in the last a few years, I would say 4 years, things have changed. Lots of companies came from outside to Armenia, and they literally they came to Armenia not because they to change the climate or to change anything. They came to Armenia because these are the words that the European Union Commissioner had said. We come to Armenia because there is a intellectual resource available. There you go. I mean, the intellectual resource of Armenians are all over the world, and we know that. Especially us diasporans, we know that very well. So now we're very happy, at least I'm very happy when I see the youth in front of me every single day. They are willing to work, produce, prosper in the land that we call it Armenia.
Yeah, it's just amazing the different way we can look at things. And let me ask you in Armenian, գեհդեվինք Հայաստանի բոլոր գործունեությունները, գեհդեվինք լուրերեն, ինչ որ կարող ենք, եւ ինչ որ կհասկանանք արտասահմանի կյանքի եւ ժողովուրդը քաչ գիտեք, որտեղ դուք ապրած եք այս շրջանի մեջ, ըլա Լոս Անջելես, ըլա Նյու Յորք, եւ իմ հարցը այն է թե եւ հայրենով կուզեմ խոսել ասնույթի մասին, որովհետեւ իմ հարցը այն է ինչպես կրնակ բեզի դալ հագիրջ փախտադագամը ներգա վիճակի մասին գիտնականներուն Հայաստանի փախտadmամբ Սովետ միության ժամանակ ինչ է այսօրվա պայմանները
եկեք ես ինքս արտոնություն չգիտեմ եթե արտոնություն կրնամ տալ սովետականի հետ համեմատելու բայց կրնամ արտոնություն տալ ինքս այն ինչ որ ես կտեսնեմ այսօր Սովետական ժամանակ Հայաստանը ուներ կետրոններ, որոնք կաշխատեին ուղղակի տեսական, theoretical physics, theoretical mathematics. They were the center. Armenia was the center of that brain. So they were much, much higher than what we have today, much higher. And I guess collapsing of Soviet Union allowed those high intellectual brain to move out. What remained is what we built on it. And we could build on it, and the generation of the Soviets are now quite old. They are still working. They are still trying to help. The new generation have seen after at least from 1990s. Again, I'm not that the person who should give myself the authority to talk about this, but I am what I have seen around me is they are excellent, and we went to ground zero, and now we're building up.
Bravo.
Yeah. And let me give you one example. For example, in the aerospace program, Armenia in the Soviet time used to be the ground station of Soviets. The ground station, that means the entire ground station from antennas, from knowledge, and that institutions, and those institutions still exist. They are still working. So I mean, this is one example. I'm not going to go through a second example, for example, like Buragan's observatory, Orgov's antenna, which is unique on its own in the world. So we had quite huge, high caliber technology, innovativeness of those technologists. But then collapsing of Soviet Union degraded everything. And now we are catching up again.
Իրեք հայերենով հարցուցի, գարձելով որ հայերենով պատասխանեք, մեկ հարցումն ուրին հայերենով, շատ գարջ, ինչպես մենք կպախտադենք մեր ունեցածը Վրաստանի, Ադրբեջան մեր հարևանցիներու հետ, ուր գեցած ենք, շատ գարջ։
Անփախտադելի է, որովհետև իրենք ունին ռեսուրսը, իրենք ունին ֆանդինգը, իրենք ունին գումարը կձախսեն եւ կձախսեն եւ կձախսեն, բայց մենք ունենք ուղեղը։
Ահա, բրավո։
Մենք ունենք խելքը։ Այդքան գրնամ ասել։ Մենք շատ փոքր գումարով շատ մեծ գործ կնենք հոստել, բայց իրենք մեծ գումարներով կարելի ավելի փոքր գործեր կնեն։
Շատ հասկանալի է։ Is there anything in closing, Dr. Mary Hrachoohi Boghosian?
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate ISA North Coast and for this opportunity, and I'm humbled, in fact, in front of all the big names and individuals that the Armenian community has or came up with, not just on the East Coast as well as West Coast. It's just I don't know if it is. I appreciate the fact that ISA is appreciating my work. However, I still feel like I have not done enough for what I wanted to do.
We hope you'll continue doing all you dream of and successfully. And I assure you, many, many people out there are helping you and want to help you. Thank you very much for your time and good luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much.